It's week 6 of the 2028 season, and coming up next is the Commanders' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Commanders and the Browns, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they can get it.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have.
Throwing right away is Daniels. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Daniels. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him.
Touchdown, Browns! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
But a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
First down.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Robinson up the middle.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
21 carries, 106 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 40-yard line.
Griffin. Flush to his right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now Griffin.
There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Griffin going to keep it himself. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Now it's Griffin. And this is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here's Griffin. And Thomas has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. You talk about this Washington defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season. Currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 29.
Griffin. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Griffin to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
To throw is Daniels.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On first down, Phillips. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Daniels.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Phillips.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
These two teams all tied after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Off the play fake, Daniels. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Up the middle they go. It's Phillips. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Daniels looking to throw.
They'll roll him out right. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They go play action. Daniels. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here's Daniels.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far.
This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Now Daniels.
He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he's going to bolt his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
On the option, here's Griffin.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, Griffin. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Now Griffin.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Bates' kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here is Washington now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Griffin. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now it's Griffin. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To the air goes Daniels. He finds his receiver, Watson. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw again.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game.
As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. Tutu Atwell, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. It's Caleb Williams with a good day throwing it. 3 touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Jordan Love, strong in the victory, as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Griffin. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Griffin. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. On the give, here's Robinson. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot, because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows what.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he had it going in the 1st half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now a handoff up the middle. Gabriel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll run on 1st down. Gabriel, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And Watson has it, right side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Play action, now it's Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. Phillips. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball. Getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken around the 12. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He finds his man complete. It's Phillips. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st down, Phillips. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Cleveland offense making their way out. They'll be backed up a bit here after the free kick as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll run on 1st down. It's Phillips. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Daniels. This is the tight end, Njoku. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Gabriel, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down,
So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now the try here for the point after. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll look to set up his blockers. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Up the middle they go. Gabriel.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Daniels looking to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now Daniels. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
To Gabriel, middle of the field. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Daniels.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Browns first down.
Operating from the gun. Daniels looking middle, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Washington, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.